Hey guys, what's growing? It's Heather at Bush Poppy Farm. It is a cold, wet, it's Sunday. I'm out here to harvest ranunculus because, first of all, I can see them blooming in the high tunnel behind me, or behind you. But tomorrow is Monday. It is normally my harvest day. However, I have a 7:30 a.m. rheumatology appointment, and that's normally the time that I would be taking the kids to school and then rushing home to harvest. So tomorrow is a day off for my kids. It's a teacher work day, which is great for me because I have a doctor's appointment and finally a hair appointment. It's been like 3 months. So that takes a long time. That's in the afternoon, but I want to make sure I get everything harvested and start putting things together because I make deliveries on Tuesday and on Wednesday this week. So I wanted to get a head start on harvesting, and ooh, here comes the wind. And so I figured since the high tunnel is sheltered, I would go ahead and do that. Tomorrow it should just be cloudy and not raining. And I'm gonna get all of the tulips and narcissus and stuff at home harvested. Although depending on how things go here, I might take a few of these as well. We'll see. The other thing I'm gonna do is set out a few more traps. I don't think there's been any additional damage, doesn't look like it, because I also sprinkled all of that, wintergreen stuff around, but I don't smell that anymore, even though it's still here. So I'm gonna set out some traps, sprinkle a little bit more of that stuff. I'm gonna be like just aggressive. And then I'm gonna go harvest. And then when we get home, I actually want to open up and set up a mushroom growing kit that I got. I really like the idea of growing mushrooms. I'd like to grow wine cap mushrooms, maybe this year. But having never done it before, I figured having a kit that you can grow in a log, which I guess they're shiitakes, I haven't looked. It would be good if I had some practice first before setting up a whole garden bed for wine cap mushrooms. So we'll do that. All right, I'm gonna set up these traps and everything, and then we'll go out and harvest some ranunculus. Whew. Cold and wet. I also harvested a whole bunch of daffodils. It's really pretty yellow. It's yellow and it has this like bright orange interior. Yeah, so I harvested a whole bunch of those as well, which were obviously out in the rain. And I think since I'm wet already, when I get home, I'm also gonna harvest daffodils because I have plenty of room in this bucket. And that way they can all sit in there and their stems can heal over for tomorrow's bouquet building. So it's a day later. I got super busy yesterday when I got home cleaning the house, and then before you know it was the end of the day. But I did get almost everything harvested yesterday. I came home and just kept harvesting in the rain because why not? I was already wet. So I'll show you what I'm working with, and today I need to start putting together bouquets before I have my next appointment. I've had appointments all morning this afternoon to get my hair done. Finally, get rid of the gray. So we have 3 focal flowers. We've got those gorgeous ranunculus that we picked yesterday. You'll notice in the video from earlier that I didn't pick everything that was ready, and that's because some of them had, and this one's right here does too, had some aphids on them, which I think is why the ladybugs are there. So I tried to pick only the ones that I didn't see aphids on. And then we have these 2 buckets of these gorgeous snow crystals tulips. Here's one that's a little bit more open. They're so pretty. And then this is a bucket just full of daffodils. So these are going to be the flowers that I'm working with. And then this is a big bucket of silver sheen pittosporum. I also have some Dusty Miller that I'll be using for some. And yeah, I'll just start putting together bouquets from all of this. It should be a nice early springtime show. Only had enough time to get 4 bouquets done, but that's fine because 4 is what I need to deliver tomorrow. Wednesday is my 8 bouquet delivery day, which is gonna be a long day. It's way down the peninsula and all through the city. So this is fine. Tomorrow's gonna be a dumping rain day, another atmospheric river. So I'll just spend tomorrow building the rest of the bouquets. Now I'm off to go get this hair fixed. And then when I come back, we'll talk about the mushrooms. Okay, so it's now Tuesday. God, I'm having a hard time getting stuff done this week. The mushrooms. So this is the kit I got. I got this through Grove, but I'm sure you could get it anywhere online, probably Amazon. But it is organic mushroom grow kit. They are oyster mushrooms, and supposedly you can harvest in 10 days. So we'll see. The instructions are written on the side here, and then I guess there's an instruction booklet inside. So let's see what's in this box. Raven. So, the camera is not on a tripod right now. It is, well, it's on a tiny tripod. It's on top of a box, and she's in the box. All right, so has the mushroom grow kit, discovery booklet. Basically, it's just all the instructions here, and then I guess there's some recipes and activities and stuff. The idea is that they like to sell, they have a program, I believe, that it's like a buy one, send one to school, and so it's kind of aimed at kids so that you can do this in a classroom. Raven. Okay, so in here is a squirt bottle, and this is the mushroom inoculant. And based on what it feels like, I'm assuming it's on sawdust. That's probably how they can get it to grow so fast. If it's in wood chips, it takes a little bit longer. So the first thing that we need to do, it says open the box and soak the bag overnight. So not a whole lot I can do today. The box has a cardboard cutout thing here. It's perforated. So we're supposed to take this off. So this is where they're gonna grow, in here. This is the substrate. So what we're told to do now is to cut an X in this, turn it upside down into a bowl of water, and leave it there to soak overnight. From there, it says find a cozy home. Basically, once it's soaked, you're gonna put this back in the box inside, and then keep them hydrated. You're gonna stand them upright like this, keep them hydrated, shake off excess water from the bag, place it back in the box. Mushrooms will grow best in a spot with indirect sunlight. Facing away from a window is perfect. It'll take up to 1 week for your mushrooms to start growing. And keep them hydrated. Twice a day, lift the plastic flaps and use your spray bottle to mist the substrate. Okay, so then they have for day 7, which, you know, I'll take you guys along on this little journey here. Exact days may vary with climate, and you know, it's still, even though we've passed the first day of spring, it's cold still and damp, and so it might take a little longer. Higher temperatures make your mushrooms grow faster and lighter in color. Lower temperatures make them grow slower and darker in color. More light makes them more vibrant, less light makes them more gray. Regular airflow makes your organic mushrooms have big caps, and no airflow makes them thin and lanky. All right, so they say cut an X into the substrate. Okay, so this gives you these little flaps. You peel them back, and then you use a fork to kind of roughen up the surface. Oh, wow, it smells good. Okay, so we're gonna use a fork and just kind of roughen up the surface. Like that. All right, now I'm gonna get a bowl. Okay, so there we go, bowl with water. They said don't worry, some of the substrate will fall out when you turn it over. No big deal. And so now we wait and see what happens. Hopefully that'll be a fun kit to grow, to get my feet wet on starting to do mushrooms, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I probably will still go ahead and order the spawn for wine cap mushrooms, and you know, I think I have a spot. Well, we have a lot of sheltered areas here that will stay shady enough for that to work. However, in the summertime it gets super hot and we have the dry shade, so I'm not really sure how that's going to work. I definitely will have to keep it moist, but yeah, it might be a little more challenging here than, say, if I was back east. But all right, so now I have to, this morning I did my 4 deliveries that were on this side of the bay. Tomorrow is 9 deliveries on the other side of the bay, which is going to be about a 5-hour drive day. So now I need to finish making all of these bouquets. It is raining, it's cold, but yeah, I might put a hat on. But I want to get these done. What I did yesterday was I actually cut all of the daffodil stems to the right height because that was really slowing me down. And now I don't have to sear them because all the sap has dried up overnight, and that's the length of the bouquet. So everything else will get cut to that length, and then we'll be good. all the bouquets for tomorrow are made. It's chilly out here, so it's like 42 degrees, was that 5.5 Celsius, windy and raining. So I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna wrap up for today. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it, and thanks for dealing with this crazy, like, super disjointed, all over the place video. I don't know, it's been a busy week. I hope you have a wonderful time in your garden, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.